Hey guys, how's it going? DJ2 here, and welcome back to another Q&A video, guys. Q&A video time, giveaway time. You know what? We're going to jump straight into it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting, guys. Thank you for being members. Thank you for using my creator code. Here we go. So we're going to start right away with the giveaway because we have a lot of questions to get to and really good questions today. For those of you who don't know, every single Monday, yeah, I try and do a Q&A video. In that Q&A video, we answer questions that you guys have asked throughout the week, and we also do a giveaway. This week we have 1,000 V-Bucks to give away, and we have another 1,000 to give away. There's another one hidden back there, but that's for next week. So we have 1,000 to give away, and we have another 1,000 to give away next week. All you have to do to enter these giveaways is just leave a comment down below in the description of this video. It can be hello, hi, potato, whatever, anything you want, just a comment. You don't need to subscribe and like and all that stuff. I don't do that. So just leave a comment. That's all you got to do. And next week when we do the next Q&A video, you will go ahead and we'll pull the next one. How do we pull it? All right, so here is the video from last week. So we're going to filter duplicate users. Sorry, we're going to get the YouTube comments, and then we're going to see we have 60 people who entered, 60 unique commenters. You only need to comment once. It'll filter out if you do multiples. Sometimes people like to do like 23 comments. It's not going to work. You only get one entry. We hit start, and the winner is Little Buddy. Look at that little buddy. Look at the little guy there. Little Buddy said, sup. How's it going, Little Buddy? Thank you very much for your comment. You have won. You have until the next Q&A video to claim your prize. All you have to do is reach out to me, email, Discord, come to a stream, on the YouTube comment, anything you want on Twitter, DM me, anything. Just say, hey, I'm the winner. We will verify you to make sure that you are the right person who entered or the person that won. And that's all you got to do. That's all you have to do to enter and to collect your prize. And like I said, we're going to start another giveaway as well. All you have to do again is just leave a comment down below, and that's it. That's all you got to do to enter these giveaways. All right, now we move on to the next part of the video, which is the Q&A portion of the video. Now we've been having a lot of really good, really great Q&A video questions lately. So much that I am having a hard time like picking them all out because there's a lot of them. So this video, I'm going to try and go as quickly as I can through them. Some of these questions we may have to do separate videos to answer them because they're a lot bigger than just a quick little answer. How do you get your question in? Well, for your question, all you have to do is say question and then ask your question. And it doesn't have to be just on this video. It can be on any video that I make in the entire week. All you have to do is say question and then ask your question, and we will answer it. It doesn't have to be about just this game either. It can be about any other game I'm playing or my opinion on other things. Fair warning though, we don't talk politics, religion, that stuff here, just because everyone has their own point of view about that. Everyone has their own beliefs. We're not going to get into that. But if you want to ask a question about a game I play or a game that you want to see me play or my opinion, something like that, we'll get to it like that. All right, so let's start up with MGD, who has a question. How do you stay so motivated to play Save the World? Anyways, great video. So that is a question I get a lot. I haven't been asked in this way, and a lot of times people ask me, why am I still playing Save the World? That answer is because it's fun. How do I stay motivated to play? Motivated is because I have so much left to do in this game. I still have so many loadouts to try out. So many loadouts to try out. So many weapon setups. So many weapon combinations. I still have so many things to complete in the game. I have so much that I still need to do in this game, and that's what keeps me motivated. Also, lately, I gotta say, I'm really enjoying Team Rumble over in Battle Royale. And actually, Battle Royale is kind of growing a little on me. I know, it's kind of weird. I don't like the solo or squads and whatever are fine, but I feel so bad because people are just carrying me. And solos, I die like that, and then I can't do anything. So I really enjoy Team Rumble because I can just play with people. Like everyone in the stream can jump in, we can all play together, and it's really fun because if I die, I just come back again. So I really enjoy Team Rumble for that, and it also advances me in the Battle Pass. Now I know that in Save the World we can advance in the Battle Pass now too, but actually that has actually taken a little bit of the motivation away from me from playing Save the World. I know. I've actually been trying to figure out why this is, and when I figure it out, I will do a video on it, because for some reason, Battle Pass experience in Save the World is actually taking some of the fun away from Save the World for me. I don't know why. I need to analyze that in my brain and figure out why. All right. Next question is from Dead Hunter, says, question, have you tried all the weapons Save the World? No. Short answer is no. I have no idea which ones I have or I haven't. I've tried most of them, but and this is the thing I've said before. Any single weapon in this game can be fantastic. Any game can be absolutely fantastic, incredible in this game. You got to build it correctly, and you have to have the proper loadout to back it up. If you do that, any weapon can be amazing. But the problem is that, do you want to just do that all the time? You know what I mean? And we don't have enough loadouts to have a bunch of different things like that. And also weapons, they're a pain. They're a pain to figure out which one is best. 613 asks, question. To that I answer. MGD asks again, what did you get for Christmas? Oh my gosh, I don't have it here right now. You know what? Give me a second. I'm gonna go get it and I'll show you right back. Okay, I'm back. That actually took a lot longer than I thought it would. So this is what I got. Isn't that awesome? It's the Lego Grand Piano. I'm actually looking really forward to doing this. It is 3,662 pieces, and it's for 18 plus. I think because of the complexity of it, I don't know. But anyway, that was my birthday, my Christmas present, and I'm very happy, very excited, and actually, potentially Lego building streams and videos coming soon. We'll see. Thank you very much, MGD. I hope you had a good one too with you and yours. Alejandro asks, do we ask questions here and you'll answer the questions for here on the next Q&A? If so, well, the first answer to your first question is yes. You can do it here or on any video throughout the week, and I will answer it. You said, first question, what do you think of the current state of Save the World classes? Soldiers, ninja, constructors, outlanders? To answer your first question, I would ask you to clarify a little bit more. What do you mean the current state of the classes? Like what they can do, or because they haven't really changed much what they can do? And also, soldiers, ninjas, constructors, outlanders are already very well defined in the game. I don't think there's really much area to change. If let's say you were to give soldiers different abilities to pick from, or ninjas, you kind of would change the game too much, I would think. The game would have to expand and grow a lot more to be able to accommodate something like that. So currently, I think they're fine. I think their perks are the ones that need to be changed. And question 2, what do you think of or what changes, additions would you make to any of the class perks? Okay, so that's another one. I think that's a much bigger question. I don't think I can answer that right now, because that may be another video I might have to make, because that's a huge question. Currently, again, where the current game is right now, I don't think I would change anything, because the game as a whole, the meta of the game, like the base of the game, needs to evolve and advance before those changes can happen. Currently, if you change that, it'd be like saying, you know, like they say, you know, putting lipstick on a pig, or, you know, like putting a very fancy wrap on like a 1990 Hyundai, you know, kind of thing. You know, it's like doing something like that. It just doesn't make sense, you know. It's putting too much on something that doesn't have the base to hold it up. And number 3, which Save the World abilities are underpowered in your opinion? What changes would you make to make them stronger? Abilities, I don't think any of the abilities are currently underpowered. I think every single ability is great. What it needs and what they need are better perks, like better hero perks and hero support perks. That's what we need. Like, for example, really quickly, I'll say the constructors. Okay, so constructors with going constructor was absolutely terrible until the director came along. The director coming along to change that was perfect. Going constructor needs just a little bit more. For example, I've said this many times before. Tank, the hero tank, he needs his bouncy needs to also create a shockwave. He needs to create a shockwave that for the first 5 hits, when you hit him, boom, shockwave, knocks everyone back. That would make going constructor almost perfect. You've got, well, right behind us, we have Sewell Jonesy, and we have Where's Lefty. We need a Where's Righty. So that's the thing. The current abilities, I think, are great. It's that we need the heroes to be worked on for those perks to be better. And they said that they were going to do that. We got 2 of those, and let's hope we get one this season. Natsuko asks question. I'm parallel 128. I've killed a Storm King multiple times and I'm bored. What should I do? If you are bored, it means that you have finished the game. Congratulations. That's usually what happens whenever you're in a game. If you're playing a game and you're like, I'm bored, it means you have completed the game to what you needed. Now, it's possible that you can look at the game from different points of view and find new fun in it. For example, I would say try and get to 130 or above. Work on your endurances. Try and solo missions. Try and find new and fun ways to do jail builds. You know, jail builds are they're still possible to do them. Yes, they have changed the AI a lot, but it's still possible to do things around that with the AI. So yeah, that's something to, you know, just find different ways of making the game fun. But this is the thing, and this is my personal theory, if a game is not fun to you when it's presented like this, dude, there's literally millions of other games out there. I'm sure you'll find one that's fun, just like right off the bat, you know, unless you really love this game, you've invested time, money, and effort into this game, and you want to find different and more fun ways to play it. That's okay too. And I would suggest, you know, look around, see what other ways you can play the game. It's the ask question. Do you think we'll get the BR Horde Rush Mythic Weapons into Save the World? Short answer, no. I just don't think we're going to get anything else again from Battle Royale. They're not going to take the time to research and investigate and develop the games in Battle Royale and the modes and stuff in Battle Royale for Save the World. It takes a lot. It'll take a lot of coding, a lot of figuring out, because remember, whenever you insert something new in Save the World, you have to make sure that the balance of everything else, all the heroes, all the loadouts, all the weapons, everything stays. Inserting something too powerful or too underpowered will mess with that. So that's why I don't think they'll do. Coke asks question. Have you thought about building endurance to get to 160k, 161k battle pass experience per run? You can set up your Stonewood with basic traps and anti-airs and farm battle pass experience while you're not playing. No, because I don't do that. I don't do endurance. I don't like endurance. I don't want to do endurance. I know that this is something they can do, but honestly, if I'm not playing this game, I'm playing other things and I'm doing other things on my computer. Yes, technically I have 4 computers, so technically I could just do that on one of my computers. But I'd rather just play the game. I'd rather just play the game and get the experience the way it is. Asian Potato asks question. How do you feel about the entry barrier for new Save the World players? Specifically, how much easier or difficult it would be for a new player to reach an endgame position? Now, adding on to this, how does being an endgame player influence your overall enjoyment of the game? And do you think venture cycle every season is enough to keep most of these players around? That is an incredibly well-worded question. Thank you very much. To answer it, you said specifically how much easier or difficult it would be for a new player to reach an endgame position now. I kind of would like to know where you came from to those two, because it's either easier or it's more difficult. Yes, I think I know what you're trying to say. So it's easier because now you can just have people give you super high powered weapons and you can reach the end and be carried really fast. And it's more difficult because if you're a solo player and you don't have other people to play with, Save the World can be extremely difficult because it is a game designed to be played with friends, to be played in a group, to advance together. So it's very difficult, as I've said before, right now, to find 4 people who are or more who are in the same level and the same area as you to be able to grind and advance. That is extremely complicated. It's complicated. That's what it is. It's not that it's easier or difficult, it's just more complicated now. And for entry, for beginners and new players, I don't know. I honestly don't know how to answer that, because for a new player, it just depends how they want to play the game. You can only go so far soloing, and that's a problem though. You can only go so far soloing. You can advance, but then you have to grind. And if you don't know what you're doing, because, and this is the other big problem about Save the World, it doesn't really have a very good tutorial, and it doesn't really help you along the way. You could have a bot, helping you all on, like Locke or one of the bots could be there all the time, kind of helping you out and guiding you. And well, let me change this. It is possible to reach the end game solo. You have to really know how to use defenders, and you have to get the right defenders, which is incredibly difficult right now. If you get the right defenders and if you get the right weapons and you progress correctly, yes, it is possible, but incredibly difficult. I mean, I know you can solo level 160 missions if you're ending game player right now with defenders and the proper traps, but again, incredibly difficult. Adding on to this, how does being an endgame player influence your overall enjoyment of the game? I don't think in this game in Save the World, I don't think it's about being an endgame player or not. I think it's about if it's fun for you. As I've said before, I'm in a very different situation than most people. I get online and play, and I have a bunch of people that can want to play with me and can play with me. So I always have that. The way that I play this game for fun is very different than most people. So I'm not the right person to ask that question. Do you think the venture cycle every season is enough to keep most of those players around? Not at all. Ventures, in my opinion, is not good at all. It needs to be completely revamped, and more than likely it won't be. Joshua asked, question, did you have a good Christmas? Yes, thank you. I did. I cannot believe we're already in January. Honestly, Christmas, New Year's, all that, it just flew by me. I still don't know what day it is today. Well, I do. Question, and I hate saying this because I hope it never happens. Do you think like in 2 or 3 years, Fortnite will shut down the Save the World servers and just give us like 100k V-Bucks in return? If they were to shut the Save the World servers, why would they give us money to spend in Battle Royale when they're making money in Battle Royale? I don't think they would give us... If they were ever to shut down the Save the World servers, the most I think they would do is say, hey, everything you've ever spent on Save the World, we're refunding to your account in V-Bucks. Maybe they would do that. I don't think they would have to or would need to do it, because if you read the terms of service, actually, I think it'd be very interesting to find out in the terms of service what it says that after a certain amount of time, if it says in the term of service that after a certain amount of time they don't have to refund anything or give anything back, that may be when they close them, if they close them. Hopefully they don't. I really hope they don't. But yeah, there's 100,000 V-Bucks. Can you imagine how much that would be in money? Someone please do the math. And no, I highly doubt they would give us any V-Bucks in return. If they gave us, no, I don't think they would. And I don't think they'll shut down the servers like that. I kind of think they're going to continue keeping the servers open because of the potential of Save the World and what they can show off in it. Not develop it as a game, but what they can do in it. So I think that. Divielish. Yeah, Divielish says, question, do you think Save the World needs more unique weapons for the game to get more attention? No, I think they need to just work on the core game. More unique weapons will not get attention. If you want attention from the Fortnite community as a whole, what you need to do is you need to make in-game, like in Save the World rewards that are usable in Battle Royale, but only attainable in Save the World. That's the only way you can do that. Like skins or weapons, or skins. Like skins in Save the World that are only obtainable in Save the World, but you can use over in Battle Royale and be like, oh, look at my cool skin. Yeah, that's the only way. Jisoo asks, question, if you could create a new set of weapons for Save the World, what would you call it, and how would they work? Again, this is a too huge of a question. I'll have to answer this in some other day and something else, because I have a lot of ideas for different weapons. I don't think I could come up with an entire set of weapons yet, but yeah, I don't know. This would be fantastic to do. Can you imagine, like, if we could work with Save the World developers, or the one developer, developer Cloakstar, if we could work with them and be like, hey, this is what we would like to see. Oh, that'd be awesome. That'd be so awesome. Punchin asks, question, do you like horror games? If so, which horror game is your favorite? No, I don't like horror games because I scream like a little girl. Not that that's a bad thing. But I am very, very scared. I'm a big scaredy cat when it comes to horror games. I don't really have any favorite horror game, but I do enjoy the games that are very puzzle oriented and like complex like that. So I really enjoy those games. Unfortunately, some of the best ones of those are horror games, so I have had to play some of them. If I had to go, I honestly love Resident Evil 2, the original. I played that game so much. I loved it so much. I haven't played the remastered one though, or the new one. I'll have to do that. Domino asks question: do you know how to play an instrument, or would you like to play how to play one? I do. I know how to play the piano. That's why I really like the piano. And I actually have played the violin as well before in the past. Jonathan asks, ooh, hey, I had a question. Kind of long story. So for a while, I was a non-founder for Save the World and was getting X-ray tickets for daily deals and whatnot. Today, I bought the $15 RoboCab pack that comes to Save the World. I was under the impression that I would now become a founder and would be able to earn V-Bucks now for daily quests, but it looks like I don't. Is there no way to become a founder anymore at this time? Or is there something I may be missing? Thanks for reading. Okay, so I am going to be doing a video about this because I have been getting this question a lot. Like in a lot of videos on streams, there's so many people right now who are asking about this, and I think that a lot of people it's just so much time has passed since I've made a video about this. I made a video about X-ray tickets or V-Bucks, you know, like long ago. You can go look for that video, and then that one I explained the situation of how it works, and basically there is no way of becoming a founder now unless you're able to find a friend code. I'll explain in a second what that is. So what happened was, before, I believe it was August 31st, if someone correct me if I'm wrong, 2019 or 2018, 2019 I think it is. Before that time, if you bought Save the World, back then you could buy the basic edition, the deluxe edition, super deluxe, and those were the only three you could buy for a while. And way at the beginning of the game, you could also buy the limited edition and the ultimate edition. You could buy those two editions too. But for the longest time, if you bought one of those super deluxe and under, you got a founder. You were basically a founder. The reason for this is because the game was still in beta. It was still in early access. So you were a founder if you bought it. When they released the game and started selling all of the packs and everything, the game is technically or officially released. It's officially released. So that's kind of how they did it for the game. In reality, I don't think I don't think that they meant to do that from the beginning. We know that because at the beginning they were actually wanting to make the game go free to play, and then you could buy one of the better editions, you know, for things. But after a lot of changes, they introduced X-ray tickets and other stuff. We did realize that they no longer wanted to do that. Now, once the game was released and is no longer in early access, now there is no way of getting V-Bucks. All they would have to do is introduce a new deluxe version, with maybe a skin or a hero or a group of just even banners for like $10. If they were to do that and say, hey, you buy this and you can get V-Bucks instead of X-ray tickets, I know a lot of people would do it, but I think that they don't want to do it because at this point, people who are already founders are going to be like, oh man, one of the best things about being a founder is no longer available. And I think a lot of people would say, like, it's not fair. You know, I had to pay $200 to, you know, get my founders edition or whatever, and then this person just pays $10 and they can have it. But again, for the longest time, all you had to do was pay $20 when it was on sale. $10. That's all you had to do to get the founders edition. And to show you really quickly, so what you're looking for is one of these right here. Right here. So this right here, these right here. If you find anyone who has a friend code, and no, I'm not selling mine or giving mine away. I used to have two. I gave one to someone who I thought was going to enjoy the game, and they don't ever play the game, which is kind of upsetting. But yeah, so I'm never giving away another one of my codes. Yeah, if you find one of those friend codes, those are founders editions. Those codes will give you access to the V-Bucks, but they'll make you start your game from scratch. It's a brand new, fresh version of the game. So yeah, if you ever going to do that, if you ever find someone who has a friend code and they want to, you know, share it or give it to you, that's great. But that is currently the only way to get V-Bucks in the game. Say the World Gamer asks question: BR and Creative have been and probably will always be free to play. Probably players have spent a lot of money purchasing skins, etc., but doesn't change the fact it's still a free to play game. With servers recently crashing and everyone talking about compensation, if you owned Epic Games, what compensation would you give players for being unable to play a free game, play a free to play game for 8 hours? Well, you just answer your question. None. of course, you're not going to give any compensation. And this is my question to you. Has there ever been V-Buck compensation in Battle Royale Creative recently for anything? Even in Save the World, we had V-Bucks we had V-Buck compensation for like the first 3 months, maybe 6 months of the game. I don't remember when the last time was, but we got it like 2 or 3 times for, server errors and server issues. But yeah, you can't really give V-Bucks for downtime in a free game. It sets a precedent of that. A and B, more than likely they'll probably just do some sort of an event to catch up people in experience, because in all reality, the only thing people missed out on was experience, unless it was part of like a contest or something like that for money. Then that's a whole different thing, which honestly I don't know anything about that. So I can't say anything about that. Oh, Nom Nom asks question: what would be a cool new gadget tool that you would want added to Save the World? I think that the harpoon gun would be really great to have in Save the World, as well as if we could make them. If we could make the harpoon gun, if we could make the sticky bomb, the toilet plunger bomb, the build-a-fort, the porta-fort. I think those things would be fantastic to have in Save the World, because those would be really good, effective against the husks. If you could do that, I think some sort of a mine that we could actually bury under the ground as a trap would be really good too, or something like that. But then again, it always comes back to the problem of resources are a pain to farm in the game. You'd have to spend a lot of time farming to be able to make all this effective. So I still feel the balance is not there, but I think that would be those would be really great. Those are the ones we already know of. Brand new cool gadgets and tools, honestly I've never thought about it. Well, like I said, like the mine thing would be really interesting, but I think there are a lot more traps. Many more traps would be really good to have. Or maybe if they just return certain weapons to the compression burster, if they just made the compression burster back to what it was before, that'd be the best. Fluffy asks question: first of all, love your thumbnail, love your avatar, beautiful. Question: what do you think about Epic's way of treating Save the World and leave it to die even though it has potential? Well, I think that's the last one. Yeah, that's the last one. Well, I don't think that they are intentionally leaving it to die, or maybe they are. What do I think about it? I think that, okay, I am of two minds on this. First of all, the gamer me, that side of me is like, why are you doing this? This is such an amazing game. It is a beautiful, amazing, outstanding, wonderful game that has so much potential. Why would you just let it die? Why won't you do more with it? That's part of me. And the other part of me, which is like, not the realist, but like the part of me that understands the whole business side of it and all that, I understand, I get it. You already have a fully built game that is has all these different moving parts and everything, and it works, that you can show to other companies. If you have a company who wants to make a game like Save the World, like kind of like that kind of developing in limited area maps and mission objectives and that, it's very possible that or even open world. Like if you think of it, you can make a game like Save the World, but make it open world, and with all the building, with all the different loadouts, with all the different weapons and all that. I mean, you've got dozens of heroes, if not hundreds, and hundreds of weapons, all that work in this game. You have an amazing giant platform here that if you are a company like Epic that develops games, and you have a game developer or someone, or a game programmer or someone who wants to be like, hey, I want to build this kind of game, then Epic can just be like, look at Save the World, look at all the different things you can do in Save the World. And that also leads you to the next part of it. If Save the World were to implement all these different features and new features and different things, then they would take away from potentially other games they could develop, or potentially other games that others could develop. So it's kind of like a bad situation where you can, but you can't, and if you do, well, then you've got to put a lot of money behind Save the World to push it and to make it even greater. And I don't think Epic's going to do that. For a 4-year-old game, almost a 5-year-old game, putting time, resources, and money into it, It just doesn't make sense. It's not good business to do that. It's a fantastic game. It's beautiful. I would love to see them do more with it. But at this point, unless Epic is like, yes, we are going to put millions and millions of dollars and resources and people and everything into developing Save the World into the next greatest game, well, at that point, they should just do a Save the World 2. I'll leave it there, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. As always, I am the UJ2. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you enjoy what I do on my channel, please do me a huge favor and have yourself a fantastic day. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to enter the giveaways, and I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.